All right, so today we're going to try something a little different.
Okay.
We're going to be doing a deep dive into an audiobook.
Interesting.
Yeah, it's Sissy Spacek's narration of To Kill a Mockingbird on Audible.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah, so, I know those people listening are probably pretty familiar with To Kill a Mockingbird, at least the
Oh.
story itself, um, but have you ever thought about, what it would be like to experience it through Sissy Spacek's voice?
Yeah, that's a great question.
That's what we're going to be unpacking today.
And I think, what's really interesting here is how an acclaimed actress like Spacek, who is known for such diverse roles, right?
Right.
Think about it. She's been like the terrified Carrie White
Oh, yeah.
and the iconic Loretta Lynn, country music legend.
Huge range.
Huge range. And so I just think that that kind of range must lend itself beautifully to a story as nuanced as To Kill a Mockingbird.
Exactly. And I think that Southern accent probably has a lot to do with it, too.
Oh, for sure.
Listeners rave about how authentic and captivating her voice is.
Yeah.
It's almost as if you're transported right back to Macomb, Alabama alongside Scout.
Yeah, and that's the magic of a well-performed audiobook, right?
Absolutely.
It's not just about hearing the words,
Right.
but feeling them.
Yes.
So Spacek's performance could add layers of depth to the characters and themes that you may have missed before, even if you've read the book multiple times.
Okay, so we've got this iconic story. We've got a celebrated actress narrating it.
Yeah,
We've got tons of positive reviews.
right.
But what does this all mean for the listener?
Yeah.
Like, why choose the audiobook over, say, simply rereading the novel?
Well, I think that is the key question that we're exploring today, and I think it's not just about revisiting the story,
Yeah.
It's about experiencing it in a whole new way. Like, picture Scout's childlike wonder and confusion
Right.
as she witnesses the trial of Tom Robinson, her voice brought to life by Spacek's nuanced delivery.
Yeah.
You're not just reading the story, you're living it through her ears.
That's a fantastic point. I'm picturing those tense courtroom scenes, right?
Oh, yeah.
The way Spacek might capture Atticus's quiet dignity as he defends Tom Robinson against, just a tide of prejudice.
Yeah.
It's almost like watching a movie in your mind, isn't it?
Precisely. And think about the pacing, too.
Oh, yeah.
Reviewers often mention how the audiobook format can actually slow down the experience in a positive way.
I see.
Because it gives you time to savor Lee's words, to truly absorb the weight of her social commentary.
Mm-hmm.
You're not rushing through the plot.
Yeah.
You're sinking into the atmosphere of Macomb and really grappling with the complex issues that she raises.
That makes me think about how Spacek might handle those powerful moments of racial tension.
Oh, yeah.
Like how her Southern cadence could bring a sense of authenticity to that and make the injustice Tom Robinson faces even more impactful for the listener.
Mm-hmm.
It's almost like she's bridging the gap between the story and our present-day understanding of those issues, right?
Absolutely. And, and it's not just about the courtroom drama or the social commentary.
Right.
Remember, like, those quieter moments in the book? The children's fascination with Boo Radley, the gentle wisdom of Calpurnia, those slow summer days in Macomb.
Yeah.
How might Spacek's voice transform those scenes,
Right.
making them even more poignant and memorable?
That's a great question.
Yeah.
I'm thinking about like those passages where Scout describes Boo Radley's house.
Yeah.
All the mystery and the fear surrounding it.
Uh-huh.
Spacek could really bring those childhood emotions to life.
Oh, absolutely.
Her voice could make those seemingly simple moments resonate with a depth we might not have noticed before.
Totally. And this brings us to another interesting aspect.
Okay.
How an audiobook can enhance our emotional connection to the story.
Okay.
Think about Scout's growth throughout the novel.
Right.
How she learns about prejudice and compassion, and ultimately the power of understanding.
Mm-hmm.
Spacek's performance could make that emotional journey even more powerful for the listener.
I can almost hear it, right? Her voice cracking with Scout's youthful innocence, and then steadily gaining strength as Scout begins to understand the complexities of the world around her.
Right.
It's almost like Spacek is guiding us through Scout's emotional development,
Yeah.
allowing us to experience those pivotal moments with fresh eyes and hearts.
That's the beauty of a skilled narrator.
Yeah.
They become a conduit for the story's emotions, allowing us to connect with the characters on a deeper level.
Right.
And considering Spacek's own Southern background,
Yeah.
there's a layer of authenticity there
Sure.
that adds even more depth to her portrayal of these characters and their world.
It's like she's not just reading the words.
Right.
She's embodying the spirit of the story.
Exactly.
And that's something you wouldn't get from simply reading the book on your own.
Yeah.
So we've talked about the story, the narration, the emotional impact, but there's another element we haven't touched on yet. The immersive experience of listening to an audiobook.
Yeah, that's an important point. In today's fast-paced world,
Right.
we rarely have the time to sit down and truly immerse ourselves in a story.
Wow.
But with an audiobook, especially one as well narrated as this one, you can be transported to another time and place. You can close your eyes and let Spacek's voice paint a vivid picture of Maycomb in your mind.
It's almost like having a personal storyteller.
Yeah.
Someone who guides you through the narrative and allows you to fully escape into the world Harper Lee created.
Exactly.
And that's something special, especially with a classic like To Kill a Mockingbird,
Yeah.
which offers so much to unpack and ponder.
Precisely. It's an opportunity to engage with the story on a deeper level, to lose yourself in its nuances and let the themes resonate long after you finish listening.
Wow.
Think about it, 12 hours and 17 minutes.
Okay.
Spent in the world of Scout Finch, guided by Sissy Spacek's voice.
Wow.
It's a chance to revisit a beloved classic with fresh ears, to gain new insights, and perhaps even discover something new about yourself in the process.
That's a compelling thought. It's not just about listening to a story. It's about embarking on a journey. A journey through Scout's childhood, through the complexities of racial injustice, through the enduring power of compassion and understanding.
And with Sissy Spacek as your guide,
Right.
that journey becomes even more profound. Her voice could be the key to unlocking layers of meaning you may have missed before,
Right.
making those familiar characters and themes feel fresh and relevant.
Okay, so we've talked about the story, the narration,
Yeah.
the emotional impact, and the immersive experience.
Yeah.
But there's one final question we need to address. Is this audiobook worth your time?
Well, that's ultimately up to you to decide.
Sure.
But based on everything we've discussed today, it seems clear that this audiobook offers something truly unique.
It's more than just a retelling of a beloved story.
Right.
It's an opportunity to experience To Kill a Mockingbird in a whole new light, guided by the voice of an acclaimed actress who brings depth, authenticity, and emotion to every word.
It sounds like we've made a pretty good case for checking out this audiobook.
Yeah.
But in the end, it's really your call, right?
Do you want to step back into Maycomb, hear Scout's story through Sissy Spacek's voice,
Yeah.
and maybe discover new things about this classic tale?
That's really what this deep dive is all about.
Exactly.
Yeah.
We've looked at the story, the narration, how emotionally powerful it is, the immersive experience, all those pieces that make this audiobook stand out.
And it's up to each listener to decide.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And who knows, maybe Spacek's performance will hit you in a way you weren't expecting.
I think that's possible.
Maybe those familiar lines will sound new. The weight of Lee's words will feel different.
Yeah.
Or Scout and Atticus will resonate with you in a whole new way.
That's the beauty of discovery, right?
Right.
Finding something fresh and meaningful in a story you thought you knew inside and out.
Absolutely. And with an audiobook, that discovery happens through someone's voice.
Right.
In this case, Spacek's voice, with all the nuances and emotions she brings to it.
For sure.
That's what makes this audiobook so captivating.
Yeah.
It's not just the words themselves, but how they come alive through a talented performer.
Absolutely.
And hey, maybe this deep dive has piqued your interest enough to give it a listen.
Yeah, maybe you'll find yourself back in Maycomb, engrossed by Spacek's narration and moved by the power of To Kill a Mockingbird all over again.
That's the magic of a truly great audiobook, right?
It is.
It takes us somewhere new, challenges us, and leaves us with a sense of wonder long after it's over.
Well said.
So there you have it, our deep dive into To Kill a Mockingbird, the audiobook brought to life by Sissy Spacek.
Thanks for listening.
We hope this exploration gave you a fresh perspective on this timeless story, and maybe even inspired you to experience it in a new way.